being stuck or trying to avoid and repeats itself in different patterns or in different ways or in different.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you...
Hello everyone and welcome to A Woman's Empire. I wanted to have a look into the feeling of being stuck or feeling stuck and how we all witness this and how we all deal with this kind of feeling, and especially how we think that we are actually okay and how we think that we are actually dealing with a lot of things in our life in the right way, but then we end up with this feeling where there is a void or there is something lacking or there is something that we are trying to avoid, and subconsciously we come to a moment where we feel like nothing is moving anymore, there is no flow, there is this feeling of being stuck in a certain situation or in a certain experience, and it keeps on repeating itself, or sometimes it repeats itself in different patterns or in different ways or in different life experiences. And what to do when we feel stuck and when we feel that we are in a place where we cannot move forward, and what is the reason of this? Why is this happening? So it's very interesting because I'm also still witnessing these moments that I really feel stuck in my life. And interesting as it is, it's always because we tend to, and especially in moments that are very busy in our lives or that were very busy in our lives, we tend to let our mind take everything over, and we start doing things the whole time. We start actively chasing things that we think we should chase because we need to meet certain targets, because we need to meet some people's needs, because we need to live up to certain expectations in general. And we start to use our minds and disconnect from the heart in order to deal with that, and in order to make that happen, and in order to make sure that we move forward in life. While moving forward is not something that actually happens with the brain or with the upper part of the body. It's actually coming from the heart, and it's coming from our gut feeling, and it's coming from feeling connected with the universe, with everything that is inside of you, with how you feel inside. And when we disconnect there, because it's easier to disconnect there and take over or let take over the brain in order to function in daily life with daily experiencing, we tend to come into this void, and we tend to feel drained, we tend to feel physical pains, and we tend to come in a moment where we just feel stuck and nothing works anymore. And that's because our source is disconnected. So the source that was making all of these other things happen is now disconnected already for a while. This can be days, this can be weeks, this can be months, this can be years even. And the results, they are like tremendously severe and tremendously hard on our bodies in the end. Because if we stop ignoring our bodies, if we start ignoring our bodies and we stop listening to source and to our heart and to our gut feelings, then it's only a matter of time before we just burn out. And that's why a lot of people as well in business are just burned out, and they're just like done and fed up with it, because they're so disconnected from source, they're so disconnected from their feeling, that their physical body just had to do something to make them take a slower pace or make them slow down. And I know it's hard to slow down when you already feel stuck and nothing is moving ahead or nothing is moving forward. But the only way out of this is the way through and within. So within, so without. So when we just sit with ourselves every day, even if it is for 5 or 10 minutes, and for some people this feels better if they can do it with other people to connect and to find connection with themselves. But for me, for example, I like to sit by myself and I like to sit alone and I like to take my me time, whether it is in the shower in the morning or it's when I take a bath, or there's always moments during the day, whether you wake up or you go to sleep, when you are alone and you can reflect the day, you can observe yourself. But as well in the morning, you can just set new intentions. You can feel your body again. You can scan your body again. You can scan where there's feeling tension, where you are experiencing something of a blockage, or where there's something not feeling quite right. And you can look at it and you can acknowledge it and you can say, okay, I've seen you. I'm thankful to my body for showing me that something in my daily life is wrong right now. And I'm going to listen more often to it. And I'm going to make it my habit, like I brush my teeth every day. I'm going to make it happen, or a habit that I'm finally going to listen to my body. And I'm just going to take or sit 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day to just feel and scan my body and which way it needs me right now, in order for me to take inspired action again and not forced action that I think I have to take because of all these expectations that life requires from me, or that I think life or people or experiences or my business require from me. Because nothing has ever been created from our minds. Everything comes from a higher source and from the heart and from our gut, which is connected to source. And the way we use our brain or our mind is actually just to execute it, and that's it. And for the rest, we don't really need to listen to all of these thoughts and all of these limiting beliefs and these fears that come our way during daily life and in daily experiences, because these are only programmed by the brain for us to keep us safe and not to keep us moving forward, because growth is unsafe for the brain or for the little 3 inches we have here in the back of our head. And when we can find a balance within, with the mind and the heart, and we connect those two, we actually have and we can find much more peace within ourselves, and we know that we are doing the right thing, and we know with our brain that we are executing it in the right way, because it comes from something that is much higher than ourselves. We are not blocking our bodies anymore, so we will have like much longer periods in our lives that we actually feel healthy, that we feel energized, that we feel inspired, that we can do so much more than we can only do with if we only listen to our brain and our mind, or when we let her take our mind over. So I would invite you, or I would like to invite you all, to just start with setting 5 minutes a day to just sit with yourself and just feel and scan your body. Like, how is that feeling? How does this feel for me? Am I doing the right thing? Am I staying true to myself? And just sit and just let it be, and don't resist it. Just acknowledge it and know, okay, maybe I should go back and take a step back and feeling a bit more rather than doing. And then you will see that you will lift the blockage, and everything that you thought you should do will already come your way, because that's an intention set way past, or maybe the same day. It doesn't matter, because it works very fast as soon as you drop the resistance and you stop blocking yourself with your brain or your mind. So let's have that as a challenge for this upcoming week. I invite you all to participate, and you can always drop your comments or your experiences here below this video. Wishing you a lovely day. Bye bye.